Hello everyone and welcome back to Football Manager 2023 and another part of this Newcastle United series. We've gone quite far forward since the last episode where we just begun to arrest our poor form in the season. It had been really dragging us down in different competitions, but after beating Arsenal 4-1 with an Alexander Isak hat-trick and then beating Brighton 5-2, we went on an exceptional run. And if you look how far back this unbeaten run goes as well, to the first day of the year, we then beat Fulham 2-1, Saint-Maximin, and then a 94th minute penalty from Niakate. Beat West Ham 2-1 as well. Very narrow margins in a lot of these games. Cunha with a hat-trick against Wolves, Niakate on the score sheet again. And they nearly came back in that one, but we managed to hold out. We beat Spurs 1-0, Camavinga with the goal. We beat Aston Villa 4-0, Willock with a hat-trick in that one. We beat Spurs 5-2. Isak with another hat-trick there. Niakate scoring again. Joe Linton even on the score sheet. And then our winning run, which was up at 8 games, did come to an end against Man City. Tough match this one. We took the lead twice, but were pegged back twice as well. But we followed that up with a win over Middlesbrough 1-0. Cunha finding the score sheet finally as he begins to settle in. And then a tough game against Bayer Leverkusen at home. Eric Garcia sent off in a game we were utterly dominating but failing to score. And luckily, after falling behind just after half-time, Alexander Isak in the 80th minute got us the equaliser. We were still the better team with 10 men, so I'm filled with hope for the Bayer Leverkusen return match. And then a 1-0 win over Burnley in our last game. Brahim Diaz with the goal there. And it means that if we have a look at the competition screen, there's 6 points in the title race now, all very tight at the top. Liverpool, City, and then us. Manchester United just behind us. Chelsea and Arsenal aren't that far behind, so it's still all to play for. We could finish outside the top 4. We could win the title. Lots to look forward to there. But up next, we've got an FA Cup 5th round tie away against Man City, and then the Carabao Cup final against Liverpool, and then we still got the Bayer Leverkusen away match to look forward to as well. So lots still to do, as well as very big games going into the end of the season. Our future still pretty much in our own hands. I mean, Liverpool can still run away from us even if we beat them at Anfield. But I think if we were to win every league game to the end of the season, I'd be pretty confident we're taking the title. But that is a big ask. So today, against Man City, we're playing with Isak, Saint-Maximin and Diaz as the front three. Camavinga, Willock and Guimaraes in midfield. Then Target, Niakate, Garcia, Trippier and Pope is, of course, the goalkeeper. This Man City team have been a thorn in my side all season. Erling Haaland back in the team. Looks like they've refreshed the squad a bit as well to try and get some fresh legs out there. I'm going to try and take the pressure off the team. We're away from home. It's a knockout competition. Anything can happen. So I just want them to go out there and hopefully put in a good shift that means that we can continue to challenge across all 4 competitions. It's amazing, we went out so early in the cup competitions last season, but at the moment we are still in everything. But this is a crunch point in the season where it can fall apart pretty quickly. But Willock with the ball here in midfield, tries to find Saint-Maximin. Ball sent all the way back to Ederson, who launches it to the other end of the field, and Haaland's got to that somehow, and Garcia there wins the ball. Haaland wants a penalty, I think, but it didn't look like a foul to me, and now we can shift the ball to the left side. So Maximin over the top for Isak. He's in behind, and he has dragged that ball wide of the post, so it remains 0-0. Target with a corner, though. In it goes, and saved by Ederson at the near post. He launches it forward. Fortunately, the team very fit at the moment as Isak gets in behind again. He's at the post. He needs to be scoring those chances when they come available. Here's Bruno back to Trippier. Now Bruno again to Trippier. Gives the ball away. Jack Grealish with it though. Now John Stones tries to poke it forward. Ball won by Phillips there. Camavinga steals it back though. Going down the right side. Brahim Diaz with it. Plays it in behind. And Isak is there. And he's been very wasteful today. I mean, we're creating lots of chances, which is encouraging. But against Man City, if you don't take them, especially at the Etihad, they have a habit of punishing you, even though they're not at their best this season. And here's Jan Quoto trying to do exactly that as he whips it in, and Jack Grealish there denied by Nick Pope with a near post stop at point blank range. And De Bruyne with the corner puts it in. It is cleared away. João Cancelo has put that one wide of the post. Maybe Nick Pope actually got a touch to that because it's another corner. De Bruyne to take it, puts it in, and it is cleared away. And Camavinga, trying to counter this time, has given the ball away, but we do manage to deal with it. Approaching half-time, very even game. I'm pretty happy with how we've played, less happy with how we've finished. But with Alexander Isak up front, there is every chance we're going to get a goal here. Pellegrini in, it's cleared away. Jan Cuoto has blasted that one high and wide. Isak still had a lot of injury problems this season, been struggling to keep his fitness up. But we do have him back in the team now, which I'm pretty happy with. As Haaland steals the ball, and luckily Man City are worse at finishing than we are today. Ederson here sending the ball long. Haaland wins the header, as he always does. Grealish trying to switch it and finds Kulusevski. Ball in. Oh my God, that's bounced off somebody and gone in. De Bruyne gets credit for the goal. Let's have a look at this. Kulusevski had Matt Targett on toast out there on the edge of the penalty area. Pulled it back. De Bruyne's shot, I just looped off, I guess, Eric Garcia. And because it was initially a shot on target, that goes down as a De Bruyne goal. And we are now a goal behind, and those missed chances are costing us right now. Isak over to target, just about wins it back. Quoto back to Ederson, risky pass there. Niakate now out to target. Need something from him today. Oh, he's blocked off there. I mean, Target has not been playing like a player that will be in my squad next season, but he does get the interception there. And Bruno over the top. Isak couldn't control it, and it goes through to Ederson, who tries to launch it back the other side. And Kulusevski's done. Target again. He's at the edge of the area again. And a spill from Pope falls to Erling Haaland, who makes it 2-0. Not our finest day today. We've wasted chances at one end, some made mistakes at the other end. Pope there with the save, but Haaland is utterly clinical, and he finished that one at the near post for 2-0 to Manchester City now. Free kick from Trippier, in it goes, and easy for Ederson to claim that one. Ball launched forward. Eric Garcia. And Eric Garcia, who was sent off in the last 16 match against Bayer Leverkusen at St James's Park, has been sent off here in the FA Cup as well. And he is becoming a bit of a liability in these cup competitions. But here's Trippier with a corner. Not long to go, and Niakate there just hitting it into the side netting at 2-0. If we'd scored then, I mean, even with 10 men away from home against Man City, that's a huge ask. It looks like our FA Cup run is probably going to come to an end here, bar a miracle. But that's not the end of the world, so long as it doesn't impact our longer term form, as Grealish comes in and makes it 3-0, and this is now becoming a little bit of a rout, which can start to impact confidence. So we might just need to make a couple of changes here. Even playing, I didn't really want to put Joelinton in there, so let's change that up. We'll make a couple of changes. I mean, I think this is, we need to go down to a slightly more cautious mentality and take Trippier off as well. But here's Gomez through. A good save by Pope there. At this point, I really do think it's about protecting the mentality of the players. I mean, the red card was brutal. We were already behind at that point. Maybe we can get a goal here with Isak. He's got him behind, and he's tried to chip Ederson, but Ederson had stopped running forward, and it means it was an easy take for him. But the clock just running down now. 3-0, not the end of the world. Very, very disappointing to go out like that, but a draw, being drawn away from home against Man City is always a tough one to take. And up next, we do have a Carabao Cup final to look forward to. Not the best way to prepare 3 days before that final, getting hit 3-0 by Man City. But hopefully against Liverpool, we can make up for it and win our first piece of silverware of our time at Newcastle. Well, here are the teams for the Carabao Cup final, and Liverpool team, what the game seems to love doing here, taking Alisson out and giving Kelleher the start in goal. The cup competitions often do go to the secondary goalkeepers. Not for us, though. Nick Pope in goal there. It is a bit of a makeshift back four. We've got Schlotterbeck, Botman, Niakate and Sessegnon all in there up against a otherwise traditional back four of Liverpool. But for Jordan Henderson playing at centre-back, that is something we can maybe exploit. Then we have Højbjerg, Guimaraes and Joelinton in central midfield up against Fabinho, Bellingham and Keita, with Almiron and Cunha on the wings. Kuol starting up top because we're just struggling for fitness with so many games going. That is a gamble. I'm hoping Kuol can deliver something, but he will be dragged out pretty quickly if we're struggling. And then Salah, Jota, Firmino up front for Liverpool. It is quite an old Liverpool side at this time. It doesn't mean it's not a dangerous one, but with a bit of kind of young, fresh legs out there in our team, we do have a chance, I think. And here's Alexander-Arnold to Bellingham. Henderson to Fabinho. Salah tries to switch the play to Robertson. Into Keita. Robertson across. We headed out. Jota down to Salah, who whips it high over the bar. But Liverpool with the first attempts in this match. But we are struggling to get any chances of our own at the moment. Still not even registering a 0 on XG, which is a worrying sign. No shots on target. We have had half the possession, so I don't know why we're not quite getting in a position to do anything. But even Liverpool 0.16 XG, showing they're not really creating many chances either with this 0-0 scoreline. Going into the end of the first half, this is not a cup classic at this point, and there is the half-time whistle. That went by very quickly. I think it is time to take Kuol off and bring Isaac on. It was a risk not starting Isaac, but I don't think it's really impacted us too much at the moment. We might need to make a few changes here. Niakate also struggling at centre-back. I don't really want to have to bring Gabia on, but we're so thin on the ground with the number of games we've been playing, which is one of the reasons it was a good thing that we're out of the FA Cup. It's a good thing that the Carabao Cup ends today as well, because we do need to just refresh ourselves a little bit. Have some of those weeks where you're not playing in midweek as well. I can't make any more substitutions now. Ron's got a knock. He's going to have to stay on. There hasn't been a single highlight since the first 5 minutes of this game. We've got one now. Alexander-Arnold's free kick, and Pope flung himself across the goal line there to tip that one round the corner. Ball goes in from the corner, but Pope happily able to claim it. And Liverpool, the more dangerous of the teams at the moment. And here is Keita. It's gone through. Sessegnon there just putting Salah off. And now Guimaraes on the attack finds Almiron in behind for Isaac, across to Brereton Diaz, and Isaac there normally would run at goal and try and shoot there. This time he sets up Brereton Diaz on the far side, and we are 1-0 up at Wembley. Almiron in behind, Isaac got there and he whipped it across, and there was Brereton Diaz, nothing Keller could do at the near post, and it is now 1-0, and we just need to make it to the last minute. So I'm going to do something I never do. I'm going to go defensive. Usually I let the tactic just deal with itself. 5 minutes of added time. Can we hold out against this Liverpool team? And there it is. Against all odds, we have managed to win the Carabao Cup. I don't know what that ugly little U shape is behind there. It's like they've forgotten to unzip the arc they're meant to be using. But we are the winners of the Carabao Cup. Is it the actual Carabao Cup? I know they've got licenses. That does look like the Carabao Cup, to be fair. And there we go. The confetti comes down. The fireworks go up. It's black and white confetti. And the team get to celebrate their first trophy of the new era post-Mike Ashley. Only our second season and we've won our first trophy. I did not expect to win this final. I am quite a pessimistic manager. But you can see me there walking in the middle of my players, very, very happy with a 1-0 victory, a late goal doing the job. And after getting knocked out the FA Cup, there is no better way to respond than by winning the Carabao Cup. Absolutely amazing there. They wanted the Carabao Cup by the end of the 25-26 season. We've done that 2 years ahead of time. Apparently I'm a true Newcastle legend. That is kind of what I'm aiming for here. And Liverpool had won it the last 2 seasons as well. And that also guarantees that we are now in the Conference League. But of course, we're almost certainly going to be in the Champions League. And now we can look forward. Game against West Brom next, but Bayer Leverkusen in the return match of the last 16 to enjoy it in the next episode and probably see what happens after that. There could be another quarter-final fairly quickly after that match against Bayer Leverkusen. So we'll check in at where we will be after that game, but at least now we can focus on the league, focus on the Champions League, and hopefully win another trophy before this season is out. Do drop a like down below if you enjoyed that late winner in the cup final at Wembley. Make sure to subscribe to see how we get on in the Premier League and the Champions League. But until next time, see ya.